If you find yourself caught in negative moods, negative states, um, if you find yourself complaining a lot, or just not feeling good, this could help. Our minds are magnificent tools that we have for perceiving life. But they also, if we don't watch it enough, if we don't watch our mind enough, it could create a lot of disturbance. And one of the main ways it does that is that it creates stories. Now, this is not judgmental. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but we have to, as humans, start waking up to the fact that our mind creates narratives that have nothing to do with facts. There could be a reaction against facts. So something happens, a fact, and then our mind reacts. So I'll give you an example. You could be looking for a job and you go to an interview and it doesn't work out. They call you and they say, well, unfortunately, we're going in a different direction. So that's a fact. You received a call and you're not getting the job. Now, all the rest that happens, if we are dealing with a lot of anxiety or fears or, just sad moods, all of that is coming, is not really factual. It's a fact for you, and we need to respect that and honor that. But also, we need to be aware that it's something additional that the mind is adding, not by itself. There's also the nervous system, the emotions, past experiences. But all that to say that if we want to be free of suffering as humans, we need to start learning to distinguish between facts and stories. Facts and stories. So, can you look at your day today, or let's say whenever that was for you, you're in a bad mood, somebody says something to you, and you're very reactive, you yelled, or you felt anxious, whatever it is, and try to distinguish if it was actually a fact or a story. So, I mean, if a dog is attacking me, that's a fact. I mean, it's very normal to run away and to feel anxious. It's a real threat, right? But if someone, let's say someone I know, answers me in a certain way that is not, that I don't take it well, and then I start making a story in my mind as this is always the same. I feel left out. This person doesn't respect me. Um, this always happens to me. I don't deserve to have friends, whatever it is. Now, that part is just the mind trying to compensate, trying to make sense of what's happening. But it's not a fact. And that's where, in the spiritual, when somebody is on a spiritual path, meaning that he's trying to free himself from the mind, from the mind struggles, that's one of the first things to do is to recognize that, hey, that's not a fact. It's a story. The story of me. I've been struggling for years and nothing ever goes my way, and it's just the way it is. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. There's no judgments. There's a reason why the mind is making up these stories, because we don't feel safe in our body. We feel too vulnerable. And these things could really start from a very young age if we had hardships, traumatizing events. And then there could be a new habit of always creating a story in our mind. And this needs to be taken with a lot of compassion. Once again, it's not a bad thing. It's not a negative thing. There's no shame in that. But just realizing, is this what's really happening? Right? Why am I in a bad mood, bad mood all day long? That's how far the mind could take the narrative, the story. It can be sometimes hard to detect because it's in the background. It's not telling us, hey, here's my story for today. Do you approve? You want to make any edits? No, it's just that's in the background a lot of the times, and it just creates a mood, either a dark mood or an anxious mood. The anxious mood could be, oh, I have to do so many things today. I need to really do exceptionally well at everything. Otherwise, that's a story. I mean, unless there are facts that people are always on you, and um, I don't know. I mean, you're a soldier, and I mean, it could be true that you're in a life and death situation, but even then, it doesn't help to add to it. But otherwise, is it true that it's the end of the world if you don't do a certain task? Or if you wake up late and you miss an appointment? So I really think that as humans, we need to, part of the awakening is that it was awakening out of this dream, this nightmare for a lot of us that is continuously manufactured by the mind. And how we do that is we learn from it. We observe what the mind is doing. Okay, I see what it's doing. Fine. I accept what it's doing. I don't fight it. And gradually, if we learn to come back to the present moment, to breathe deeply when we find ourselves caught in the story, or just to watch it, we start creating a separation with it. It's there, but it's not really taking charge of my mood. Hopefully, this helps. Please like, subscribe, comment. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear suggestions. Take care.